Hey guys, Coach Pillowfist here. Today we're talking about changing and alternating your guard in order to walk your opponent down. One of the best benefits that implementing this will give you is relief to your shoulders so that your shoulders are not getting so tired from holding them up in one guard the entire time. Next, it will make your boxing game versatile so you're giving your opponent different looks, making it harder for the opponent to figure you out. And lastly, it'll make you look cool. Because let's face it, that's why you guys are really here, right? Now let's start with the two most popular types of guards in boxing. You got the high guard and the Philly shell. So notice the difference in shoulder positioning from the high guard and the Philly shell. The shoulders in my high guard is more squared, and the shoulders in my Philly shell is more bladed. So when I'm switching between both, you guys gotta keep that in mind, right? Next big difference I want you guys to recognize is the positioning of my rear hand in both guards. In the high guard, my rear hand is up by my temple. In the Philly shell, my rear hand comes up in front of my chin. So high guard, temple, front of the chin for the Philly shell, all right? So keep that into consideration when you guys are switching stances. And the third and final big difference I want you guys to recognize is the forwardness of my head when I'm in the high guard versus my head moving further back when I'm in the Philly shell. And the reason why is the Philly shell is more of a defensive stance. So my head is gonna sit a little further back, and then the high guard is more of an offensive stance. So in the high guard, right, my head sits a little further forward. I'm in the high guard, my head comes a little further forward, kind of aligned with my front foot. In the Philly shell, my head sits a little further back from behind my front foot. And I can use this key detail to my advantage when I'm trying to walk the opponent down by being in that Philly shell and kind of sitting back a little further than usual, right? As I walk my opponent down, and then when I come in with the high guard, then I'm a lot closer to the opponent, and I'm able to let off my shots and reach the opponent with my shots, right? So over here, I'm in my Philly shell, I walk the opponent down, boom, 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 boom. So you see, as soon as I change from my Philly shell to my high guard, the change in the range, just because I'm bringing my shoulders more forward, pow, pow, right? Then I can throw my closer punches. Now for muscle memory purposes, you can practice this cool sequence right here that I made for you guys. We're gonna go high guard to Philly shell, rear side block, lead side block, back to the Philly shell, back to the high guard, all right? Again, high guard, Philly shell, rear side block, lead side block, back to the Philly shell, back to the high guard. So faster, this is what it's gonna look like. Bow, bow, just like that, all right? So I'm over here jabbing, jabbing, all right? That's what it looks like to the opponent. So slipping in between, then just like that. If you guys notice, throughout this video, I keep sneaking in that long guard on there, and that's not on purpose, it's by natural instinct. I love the long guard. As a matter of fact, the long guard can be used to come into the high guard right there, all right? So when I'm in my long guard and I'm probing that lead hand out there, I meet my head forward to my hand, like that. I'm not gonna bring my hand back and then come forward. So over here, I got my probe, and I'm gonna step at the same time with my front foot as I come forward and bring my head. Just like that. So on my long guard, and from there I can attack or whatever it is I gotta do. So long guard, sneakily come in, bow, 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 just like that. So long guard, and I can also level change. That's another cool thing. So I got my long guard up here, and then I level change, and then I can come up from there. So long guard, level change, bow, bow, bow. Now one of my favorite reasons to change up your guard is to change up your jab, because different guards offer different potential and benefits for your jabs. For example, when I'm in my high guard, I can get the best power jab, right? Because of the backness of my hand offers the most power into my jab, kind of like Triple G. When I'm in my Philly shell, I got a really good flick jab, right? I can flick it, I can up jab, I can flick it, and when I'm in my long guard, I can touch them with my probe jab, kind of like how Dimitri Bivol does. When I got no guard, I can get jabbed. Now I don't know what to call this guard, so I'm gonna call it the Roy Jones Jr. guard, where you just kind of let your arm hang down, right? And I like to alternate this with the Philly shell, right? So Philly shell, Roy Jones Jr. guard, because I like to throw the left hook, and the Roy Jones Jr. guard offers me a better left hook than the Philly shell can, right? So I'm gonna go bow, right? Or I can jab from there, uppercut from there, right? And then I can alternate between the Philly shell, bow, bow, right? Just like that. Now, once you guys get the hang of all of this, then you guys can start throwing in your punches with it, right? So I'm gonna bow, bow, right? Change up my guard, bow, right? I can bow, 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 right? But alright everybody, thank you guys for tuning into that video. If you guys have any questions, please comment down below. that was weird. Please like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys in the next one.